Good afternoon. Welcome to another version of Pedal Talk. And today we have a really cool guest because I've gotten to work with her in the past, Jenny Anderson, and she is the ride director for the Buffalo Bicycle Classic, which is an amazing ride. It's coming up a week from this coming Sunday. It'll be September the 8th. And she is the ride director of it. It's one of the coolest rides. If you like riding in Boulder, one of the biggest pains, I should say, is a lot of the canyon areas like Left Hand and Boulder Canyon. You always have to deal with traffic. Well, on this one, this ride is so cool because it actually closes off the canyon when you're going up west for this ride. And it is an amazing view. It's an amazing ride, great vibe, great cause. And I've gotten to work with Jenny recently. If anybody is in the Boulder area, the Colorado area, and actually the world knows, the Ride for Magnus for the White Line Foundation was held a few weeks ago in Boulder, Colorado. And I was part of that group that put that ride together. I was brought on towards the end of the putting together of it. And I was running the expo. Well, she ran the entire ride. And if you were in that Ride for Magnus, you know how well done it was, how organized it was, and how flawless it went off. And it was just a special day. Well, our guest today is the reason why that was so flawless and such a special day for so many thousands of people. So without any further ado, let's introduce Jenny Anderson. Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
Fine, Gary. Thank you for the introduction. And I want to tell the people too that you did an awesome job of bringing the expo in. You were at the tail end of those meetings, and you brought in some great tents at the expo area. So we really appreciate your hard work too that you did.
It was a lot of fun. That will go down as one of the coolest event days and I've been doing events most of my life. It was one of the cool event days of all time.
Well, I was very touched that the White family even asked me to do it. And the reason they asked me to help them with the permits, and because of the Buffalo Bicycle Classic, I knew all the law enforcement agencies and was able to put in the permits and work with the law enforcement closely on closing the road. We had, that event, we had 3,300 riders the day of, and it was a sight to behold. So I was very pleased at how everything worked out, and it was a great event, and I'm happy to be associated with it. So,
it was beyond cool. So tell me about the Buffalo Bicycle Classic.
Well, we're 12 days away, and it is the largest scholarship fundraiser in the state. We have supported over 450 scholars in the last 22 years. So our ride started 23 years ago, and it started with the Dean of Arts and Sciences, Todd Gleason. Todd Gleason started it, and he realized that there weren't any scholarships for in-state students in arts for the College of Arts and Sciences. So he started this bicycle ride. And there are 4 other members that joined in with them. Elevations Credit Union was one of our first sponsors, and they have stayed with us for 23 years now. And Elevations Credit Union is actually our title sponsor, and they actually do the buff card at the university, the credit card for the students. So we're great. It's so great to have them as a partner. And we have 9 different routes for the bicycle ride. So we have 2 gravel rides. The gravel rides, we're having a lot more riders actually sign up for the gravel rides. We have the Dirty Buff, which is a gravel ride that heads north up to near Carter Lake, through Hygiene and Carter Lake. And there's some gravel, there are some paved roads, and that's 44 miles. And then we have a couple of years ago, we added the Dirty Epic. And the Dirty Epic, we say, if you're buff enough to do the Dirty Epic. The Dirty Epic is a gravel ride and a mountain bike ride. It heads up the canyon and goes up Magnolia Road next to the canyon, and then to Netherland, and then it goes to Switzerland Trail. So that's an old mining road. So it's really kind of a mountain bike road, and then through Gold Hill and then back to campus. The biggest draw to our ride is our Epic rides, with the Epic 75 and the Buff Epic, which is 100 miles. We go up to, like you mentioned, we close Boulder Canyon from 7 to 9 in the morning to westbound traffic. And so you can ride up the canyon without traffic from Boulder to Nederland. And then it's peak to peak highway, and then down to Lyons, and then Hygiene, and then back to campus. But that's our biggest draw to the ride. Then we have some other road rides that head up north towards Carter Lake, 35 miles, 50 miles, 70 miles, and 100 miles. And then the last ride that we have is the family ride, the Little Buff. And the Little Buff is our family ride. It's 10 miles. It's a new route this year because last year we had some mama bears didn't want to take their little cubs on some busy roads, and so we actually we did a new route, and it's all along bike paths, and we have snow cones and face painting at the aid station for the family ride. So we have a ride for everybody. So hopefully everybody can come out and enjoy. We usually have great weather, knocking on wood. We have great weather, and it's a great time of year, September.
Well, I like the snow cone idea.
I
Makes me
know.
like that right now. I may switch what I'm doing.
Well,
You didn't tell me about the snow cones.
Yeah. And I think one thing too is that I think we have really good food at our aid stations. We have 11 aid stations. It's
Wow.
about approximately every 10 miles we have an aid station. So the routes that head up north towards Carter Lake, they kind of they overlap each other. So we use the same aid stations. The aid station at Hygiene Elementary School, we have potatoes from our caterer, little potatoes. People love them. I mean, yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, the new potatoes or whatever.
Yeah,
And
the little
then,
new reds.
yeah. And then there's plenty of other snacks. We go to Costco and get everything, and we have some volunteers that run our aid stations. They have been for years. And then at the finish, we have a pasta lunch, a catered pasta lunch from our caterer, a Spice of Life caterer. So, and then the biggest thing, another thing too, for the adults, we have Left Hand Brewery as our beer. So you can have a complimentary beer when you're done too.
Well, that's perfect. I love the potato thing. I've been on one major ride that did that, and I was funny. It was years ago. It was a triple bypass up in Loveland. They had baby potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a great carb just fix right before you went up the last 2.5 miles of Loveland. It was at the ski area where that aid station was, and they did that. And I was wondering why I've never seen that ever again. And that is so cool. As you can tell, food kind of motivates me.
That's right. Hey, I was the ride director for the triple bypass for 6 years.
Oh, what years?
The first year that we did, 2008 was the first year that they did the double triple, the back and forth. So we had, and then I think that was 2008. Yeah, and then there was, I don't know, for 6 years, I guess it to 14. 14, I think 2014 was my last year.
Yep. Okay, I did it, I think 2016 was the year I did it. But yeah, that's a great one. Well, I've never done the Buffalo Bike Classic, so I confess I've never ridden it. I didn't know about it until I met you, and so it's so cool to have you on there, on the show today. My gosh, I can't even talk, and I'm excited about it. I've got a couple friends that are setting up tents there. Justin Bollinger with I know a guy. He's going to be in. I think he said Hygiene.
Yes. And actually, I met him. Our volunteer on our tent. We met him at the expo at the Ride for Magnus. So he's going to be in Hygiene. Hygiene is our biggest. Everybody goes through. All the routes go through there except for the Dirty Epic and the family ride and the Little Buff. So he's going to see a lot of cyclists this year. Last year we had 1,300 riders. And hopefully this year, I think we're going to get to 1,400 to 1,500.
Will that be a record?
Yeah, well, the first year that we opened, that we closed the canyon, we had 2,300 riders because it was like the first time that people could ride up the canyon. So we have that was the biggest year, and then this year I think it will be the second biggest year if we
Mhm.
get to 1,400.
Sounds cool. I just love the fact that you got so many different rides you can do. I I think it's a lot, but it's not too many. But it gives so many great options to be part of the event without having to do an epic ride for people that really want to be part of an event, but they don't necessarily have the physical fitness to do a century ride or even a metric century, but still can be part of it. I think that's important for
Yeah.
cycling as a whole to bring everybody, not just epic riders, into events.
Well, and I think that I think the aid stations help a lot. We have plenty of SAGs too.
Mhm.
We're and we encourage e-bikes. We encourage e-bikes. We're just in a process of trying to figure out how we can support e-bikes because a lot of the cars, trying to lift up an e-bike to put it in the car. Um, so we have a couple pickups, so they're going to be a SAG vehicle. But we are encouraging e-bikes, especially for the 35 and a 50-mile ride. Get
Mhm.
your e-bike, come join us. Yeah.
That is so cool.
But
Are
I
all
know
the routes? Are there not any difference in routes between e-bikes and road bikes?
no,
Okay.
no. hmm No, we were thinking about having a different start for them, but I think that they're gonna, a lot of them are a pedal assist, so you still have to pedal,
Right.
so it's not the motorcycle. So, I think that people who are doing the ride, they'll be conscientious about that. A lot of our 2/3 of our riders are males,
Oh,
and
really?
I think it's 63% of our riders last year were 50 and over. So
Wow.
we have a lot of riders that have been doing it for years. So that's nice. They keep on
So
coming back.
what happens after the ride? Is there any type of an expo or post party? Anything going on?
We have an expo, Stio, the clothing company. They're
Mhm.
going to be there. I'm trying to get this dog training company, Dog Training Elite. They came last year, and and they brought their dogs and how they train dogs and stuff, and so they brought a little atmosphere to it. We have Stretch Lab. Zorbit is one of our new sponsors. Zorbit is um, it's like this. I want to say it's like cat litter, but it's really not cat litter. But you can put it on spilled like oil
Mhm.
spills, and it absorbs it, and then you just sweep it up. It's called Sorbent, and they're gonna be out there. They're one of our new sponsors. Um, and then we will be selling. Primal will be helping us sell all of our old jerseys, our previous year jerseys at discounted prices, so you can get some good
I'm
stuff.
like discounted
Uh-huh.
prices.
Yeah, discounted prices, and then of course, Left Hand Brewery will be there, and then we have a big 40 by 80 tent, of our lunch tent, and then we have a drawing for different prizes, registrations for next year, and then gift cards and stuff. So and then Garmin gave us some trainers. They gave us two trainers, and so we're going to kind of auction those off. We want to try to see if we can get some money for them. But yeah, we'll see. But our T-shirt, I know that Gary, you said that you're all about the swag
I'm all about the swag.
for
That's what I do.
all about the swag. Well, we have a great design this year. Well, here I'll show you last year's design. Um,
Very
so
cool.
yeah, and then we have a really new, great design this year for the t-shirts, and so everybody gets a t-shirt. Whoever registers for the ride, they get a t-shirt, and then
Okay.
if you want to purchase the jerseys and the other cycling apparel, that's extra. And then Elevations is doing this really cool swag bag that is kind of like a dry wet bag that kind of rolls over and then clips. I mean,
Hmm.
it's something very different because we've had musette bags and just backpacks and everything, and so we're kind of excited to see that the new bag. Then Gebhardt BMW, one of our sponsors, is doing a specialized water bottle, a nice water bottle, and and then you get a beer, and then we'll have some other goodies from our sponsors that are they're going to drop it off so at packet pickup.
That's awesome. And where is packet pickup?
We're going to start on Wednesday next Wednesday at Wheat Ridge Cyclery.
Okay.
And then Thursday is going to be at Gebhardt BMW. And then Friday and Saturday is going to be at Trek, the Trek store in Boulder, to Broadway and Baseline. And then you can pick it up the day of also, the morning of on Sunday at Benson Field. So our start is on campus on CU campus, and there's complimentary parking for our participants. We at CU, if you know about CU, there's really they have paid parking 24/7,
which is well patrolled, by the way. May I say? Personal experience.
Yes. So we have complimentary parking for our participants over on the lot, and then also our volunteers.
Cool. And then how do you? Okay, let's say I've never done this. How do I register? Where do I go?
I would suggest going to www.buffalobicycleclassic.com.
Okay.
And then that way you can look and choose your rides. We have maps of the rides, a ride with GPS, so you can look at all the routes. And then on our website, it says, register now. You can press that button and it takes you over to run sign up, and you can sign up. And then we'll ask some questions, sign a waiver, ask some questions. And we always give coupon codes away. So if you use the coupon code Change Lives, that's a plural. Ride Bikes Change Lives is our motto. Change Lives gives you $15 off a ride registration.
Cool. Writing that down. And if you didn't get all that info and you're listening to this, we also have this event posted on the events page of our website, Colorado Avid Cyclist. And there's a link there, so you can go to that page, click on the link. You're going to go right to the Buffalo Bicycle Classic link. And if it's okay with you, I will put that code on that event page.
That's perfect. I'd love it.
So I will update that today, so it'll be there, the secret code.
And another thing, too, if you sign up as teams, and if you have 10 or more, so the first person creates a team, and then the others join the team. And if you have 10 or more, you get an additional $15 off. So
cool.
You get the coupon code, and then if the team is 10 or more, then you get an additional $15 off. So it's awesome.
That's awesome. Discounts here and there. Discounts everywhere.
That's right.
Do you have a senior citizen discount? I'm asking for a friend.
Okay, not yet, but
AARP discounts.
We should.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about this? I mean, it sounds like a great event. I'm looking forward to it. I will be up there.
Sunday, September 8th, we're kind of grandfathered into that time. We're always the Sunday after Labor Day. And this year there's no home game, so I'm very excited about that. Last year we had CU Nebraska was the day before, and so the setup was a little tight the next day. But there's no CU game. The CU plays Nebraska, but it's away. But we would love for people to come join us. The more money we make and registrations that we have, it's more money for scholarships to CU. So that's what we like.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations on your success with this. It's amazing. It's with all the rides that you do, but really, seriously, congratulations on your success and how well this ride has went in the past. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes the first year I'm in it.
Okay.
So that will be fun. Well, thank you very much for being with us today, Jenny. Really appreciate it. And
thank you for having me.
Hey, we'll have you on again for sure.
Okay.
We'll hopefully cross our fingers for a ride for Magnus next year if they do it.
We'll see. Okay, I love it.
That'll be great. Well, have a great afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Jenny. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.